If you want to mess around with seeing what one of the new CS2 charms might look like on one of your personal skins, maybe test out a few placements and patterns before you buy one, or even try one out on one of the new skins like the M4A1's Fade or something, here's a really easy and completely free safe way you can do so. For all of this, once again, we'll be using the amazing website CS2 Inspects. Some of you will most likely recognize this from past videos of mine because I've talked about it a lot before, but for those who have never heard of it before, I would describe it as one of the best online tools you can use for Counter-Strike skins. Like, this is how you can test out and inspect in-game any skin with any float or pattern, and even any stickers. You can make like test crafts if you want it. For the sake of keeping this video on the shorter side, I'm not gonna go through how everything works right now, but thanks to a recent site update from Epidemic, the guy who's created all these servers, the guy behind all this basically, there's now a new page for specifically charms, where you can pick any of the skins currently in-game and inspect any of the 100,000 patterns for it right here on screen. I'll leave a link at the top of the description below to this page for easy access, but to begin, all you do is select this little box right here, and then you can see, if you scroll down a little bit, all of the charm skins right here. Let's say you want to see the diecast AK and its different patterns, for example. If I simply click on this, you'll see it appears over here in this box, but then if I scroll back up to the top, it's also up here now. And while there isn't any slider for the pattern specifically, you can click next pattern or previous pattern, go basically one by one right here, or you can go by increments of 1,000 or 10,000. So like if I wanted to go up by the 1,000, that would be gold now. If we do the 10,000, that will make it go to orange. And every other charm skin is like this in game. They're all pattern based, so they all have unique patterns to their specific pattern ID. If you want to know more specifically about the rare diecast AK patterns, I have like a minute-long short that you guys can go check out about specifically those. I want to show also one of the missing link charms. For example, if we do the Hot Hal, let's say, clicking this guy will again make him pop up here at the top of the screen. And yes, this guy does have different patterns, even though it only adjusts the hue basically. So you can see if we set it to 10,000 to start off with, it's much more like purple now, purplish red. But if I go up all the way to 90,000, let's say, we'll just type it in here, you'll see now he's really yellow. It's way more yellow. Honestly, this is great for inspecting just a specific charm or pattern, because you can see it quickly on the site right here, or if you want, you can even come down to this box right here and click generate, which will not only give you a code for the inspect servers, which I'll talk about here more in a second, but also the specific code for generating the inspect for this exact charm in game, like the normal in-game inspect. That's gonna be this right here. Obviously, you can move it around with your mouse if you want, I guess kind of rotate it, and then you can see it's the same exact one we were inspecting on the site. But what about applying it onto a skin? Like, how do you put it on one so you can actually inspect it in game? That's what I'm gonna cover next, but real quick before I do, I gotta pay for rent and food, so here's a quick shout out to today's video sponsor, SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is hands down one of the best bot trading sites you can use with Counter-Strike skins. Say you want to upgrade some of your current skins to get something better, this would be the perfect site to do that with. You can also straight up buy skins too, and with their 35% deposit bonus plus my code, it gives anyone quite a nice balance to work with. There's even free giveaways you can enter and rewards for completing simple tasks on the site. Get started with a free $5 using my link in the description below. I know, I'm sorry, those get a little bit annoying, but I gotta do them. Anyways, getting back into everything though, the way that we're gonna generate a skin to put one of these on is actually gonna be through this sticker customizer tab. I know that's gonna sound a little bit weird from like the get-go here, especially when you have this charms tab right here and then the CS2 inspects and gen codes tabs as well. But stick with me because I promise it will all make sense. Clicking that tab, it should load you into this page here. And if you do want to load in one of your own skins to customize with a charm you don't have here, you're gonna do so with the inspect link via this box up here. And real quick, for those of you who don't know how to get that, you'll want to come over to your inventory on Steam. Mine may look a little bit different here than yours, but all you need to do is come down here to the item that you want to inspect. We'll just select the op fade, for example, and then scroll down to where it says inspect in game, but instead of left clicking on this, you're going to want to right click on it and then select copy link address. Coming back over here with that and then pressing Ctrl V on the keyboard to paste it into that box. When I press apply, you'll see it's going to load in my exact op fade. And I already put a charm on this, so that's what it's showing right now. But if you want to use one that's not in your inventory, or you want to use a specific skin with a specific float or a specific pattern ID, you can do so by clicking this weapons box right here, and that'll open up the entire catalog of every single skin that's in the game. It's a lot to scroll through, so whatever skin you're looking for, you can just search for it up here if you want to do that, or whatever you're looking for might be happening to show up at the top. So let's say you wanted the Galil AR Rainbow Spoon, for example. Clicking that will make it pop up here in the top center of the screen, and it will also bring it up in this little box here on the bottom left. And as you can see from this already, this is where you can add on a stat track ID if you want a stat track number. You can put in a specific pattern ID, and you can specify the where. Right above that, you'll see the 5 different sticker placement boxes you can mess around with if you want to, but we're here specifically for the charm box, this thing right here that you may have already noticed when I was inspecting the op fade. If I go ahead and click on this, you'll see down here, it again opens up the catalog of all the charm skins in game. And let's say, I don't know, I'll go back to the AK diecast, for example. Say I want this. If I click it, you'll see it pop up here in this box. I can put a specific pattern if I want. We'll just do 21,000 to make it red. And then now with this model in the top middle, you'll see it appearing right here as if it was a sticker, as if you're basically placing a sticker. And you can click and drag it around to place it wherever you want, basically. I'll just put it like right up here, let's say. You can rotate it. even though this isn't gonna do anything. But you'll notice as soon as you start moving it around again, it resets back to normal orientation. So it won't save. It won't save that way. Let's say though that you've picked a skin and you've put a charm on it. Maybe you put some stickers on it and you're happy with the placement of everything. You're happy with the pattern ID. You're happy with the wear number. How do you now actually inspect this in game? Like play with it on a server or something. First, you're gonna need to generate the code for this specific skin that you've crafted. And you can do that by coming back down here to this box and clicking the generate button. Doing so will automatically copy all of what it just generated to your clipboard, so you don't have to worry about that. But this box on the top here, this exclamation G and then all the numbers, this is specifically what you want. But now we need to connect to a server that we can use that code in. And of course, Epidemic's got us covered there. So if we come back to the CS2 Inspects main page by clicking that tab at the top, you'll see Quick connects to his Community Hub, Dust2, Nuke, Inferno, Mirage, Vertigo, and Anubis servers. But personally, because I like to connect to the ones that I have the best ping on, you can go to the View Server list right here, which will open up this box, and you can see all of the servers he offers and their locations too. So I'll just go to a North American Inferno because this is my go-to. Clicking connect will of course load you right into the server, provided your game is open in the background. If not, you might have to do it twice. That seems to be the CS2 way. But once you load into the game and then choose your team, simply open up all chat by pressing Y and then pressing Control V on your keyboard to paste in that text, the random text. When you then press enter, you'll see now I have the skin, and at the front of it, now I have the charm with the specific red pattern too. You'll see it's a red AK diecast instead of the normal purple. Wait, let me get onto some better light so we can actually see what this looks like. All right, I haven't actually seen this skin in game yet. This thing looks great, but then you can see, of course, the diecast AK there on the front looking fire as well. But yeah, this is basically how you can test, inspect, do whatever you want with any charm, any skin in game, and then come in here to test it out. These are just servers for fun. You can't officially play with them on any like actual Valve servers, but still, the fact that you can do all this is pretty sick. It's also worth mentioning that if you have a skin already that you're messing around with that you like, that has a charm on it with also a placement that you like, and you want to only swap out the charm skin, let's say, you can do so by coming back to that charms tab on the CS2 Inspect site, picking one of the ones from here, of course, and then, you know, selecting a pattern ID if you want, like I did here, and then generate and copy this specific code right here. You only need this. Tabbing back into the game, if I open up all chat once more and press Control V again, pressing enter, it will make the gun do its thing, and now if I inspect it, you'll see the charm has updated to this little guy. Coming back to the site though, before I end this video, because there is one thing I want to warn you guys about real quick. When I was gathering info to make this short before this and then this video after, Epidemic let me know that the math behind getting the placements of the charms from site to game is really hard, and he hasn't gotten it quite perfect yet. So when you are placing a charm, let's just say I'll place it like right above the mag here on this A1S fade, quickly generating this guy in game, you'll see if I inspect it, the charm isn't exactly where I placed it. My point here with adding this in is basically the math from site to game isn't 100% perfect, so sometimes when you do place a charm, it won't be exactly right where you want it when you look at it in game. But don't worry, this is something that's just gonna get improved with time. It's not you doing anything wrong, or it's not like a game bug or anything like that. Anyways, if you did make it this far in the video, definitely make sure you guys drop a like, and of course subscribe if you're new. And if you do have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to help you guys out. And yeah, with all that said, now whatever video is showing on the screen, the YouTube algorithm thinks you might like. So do me a favor and go check it out.